Hi everyone, this is Arturo with the Cruz Group at K. Laird Williams Realty. Wanted to do a quick presentation today on what I called the home buying process. Here we go. Just a few steps that as a first home buyer or a seasoned buyer you'll have to go through in your in the process of purchasing and moving to your new place. Now we'll start with making a decision to buy a home. That's probably the reason why you're looking at this video. Then we'll be interviewing your agent, making sure the agent understands and knows the market. Then you will need to speak with a mortgage loan officer or your bank, local bank, to understand how much money you can buy, the different types of financing that you may have that you may be able to purchase. Then we're going to look at determine your wants and needs. Let's see if this thing works. Here we go. Then we're going to get the lender's approval. That's pretty much what the bank is going to give you and tell you the type of finances that you have, the down payment that you're going to need, your closing costs that are going to be required to purchase. Then we're going to sit down and take a look at the listings. Take a look at the listings that are available in the market, depending on what the bank is telling you the purchase that you can have. In many cases, you'll be determining the type of home that you're going to get, a single family, a townhouse, or a condominium. Then we're going to go and check out the homes that are available on the market. When we do that, here we go. When we do that, many cases the homes are occupied by either the owner or the tenant, so we're going to have to schedule visits, and those will require probably sometimes 24 hours, depending on the houses on a case-by-case scenario. After we do that, and you find the house that you're looking for, we go ahead and submit an offer. The offer is going to have different pieces of it. The sales contract, it's going to have contingencies that will apply for the home inspection, for example. You're going to have the appraisal and the financing contingency. Those are the, if you want to call it, the three major, not major, but the three most often that you'll see on an offer that gets submitted. Then if the offer gets accepted or rejected or a counter, we'll go through a process. Then we'll go through, after the buyer and the seller agree on the terms and conditions of the offer, we're going to have what's called a ratified contract. Here we go. Ratified contract, pretty much you have a legal binding document that says, yes, this is the house that I want to buy, and that I'm ready to move on. After that, typically within about 3 days, you're going to go ahead and submit your formal loan application to the bank. Which means you're going to submit all your documentation, your tax returns, bank statements, pay stubs, and things like that. Then subsequently, we're going to take care of the inspections and the contingencies. The first thing is usually going to be the home inspection. Usually, the home inspection should be done within 7 days of the offer being submitted to the bank. Then after that, the bank will go ahead and do an appraisal to make sure that the value that you and the seller has agreed on, it equals or it matches the market value defined by a third party hired by the bank, by your bank. In between that, or I should say the next step, or what's happened at the same time, is that a title company, which is the company who takes care of the documentation and creating the legal documents that gives ownership to you, they go ahead and start doing their due diligence, checking title, checking all the things that will, and generating the documents that you're going to need to, that's going to be required for you to be the new owner. Usually a few days after that, we're going to get the what's called the final mortgage approval from the bank. That defines, that pretty much says that you have been approved 100%, and with usually that's done a couple of days or a few days before settlement. Very important, let's not forget, is obtaining a hazard insurance. Hazard insurance policy is defined as getting an insurance for the house, for the fire insurance in case something was to happen at the house. Then a couple of days before that, you want to arrange the utilities, the transfer utilities under your name to be effective the day of closing. The day of closing, that is the first legal day that you own the house. Then the day of the walkthrough, the day of settlement or the day before settlement, we're going to go ahead and do what's called a walkthrough to make sure that the house is still in the same condition that you found it and everything. It's nothing major has happened. Then the great day, the final day, it's settlement. The settlement is pretty much the day where you pretty much you sign and over the seller signs over the documents to you that you become the owner. Keys are handed over to you on that day, and pretty much that's the day that we agents refer to as going to closing or going to settlement. Again, the same day you can move in right after settlement, and then the same day I've seen people go ahead and have their truck and the parking lot ready to move in. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, you can always give us a call at 571-295-8495. Thanks, and I look forward to helping you in your purchase. Thanks for watching.